Welcome to Vendor Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Britt, AK15150. This episode is sponsored by Liberty Tax and Barrio Clothing. Make sure you like, follow, and support the businesses. Thank you for joining us today. We have our very special guest. It's their very first time ever being on a podcast. Woo! We have Cheyenne and Victor Soto. They are with the Raw Dawgs Treats. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
Of course, I'm super excited to promote your businesses and everything that you guys got going on. We have examples of your treats right here for us. They look in person, you guys. It looks like we thought it was a chicken leg at first. I thought it was like a shoe at one point, like nice little leather shoes, or a duck beak. It is a duck face, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a duck head.
Okay, now I'm looking at it like, wait a minute. I see eyeballs, and I think those are beaks. Oh my god. So that's interesting.
It is.
So once you hear that, I've never seen dog treats like that before in my life. So I'm excited.
It is. It's something different. Something different.
Definitely.
That we have out here.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, how about you guys introduce yourselves, your roles in the business, and how y'all got started?
So I'm Victor. I do mostly of the marketing and behind the scenes, working with the dog treats and supplying our market and stores like that.
Mm-hmm. And then my name is Cheyenne, his wife. I just am really there to support him and just pushing him to be better and pushing him out of his comfort zone. That's really what.
That's what we literally.
That's a big role. So
yeah, heck yes, it is.
And the finances. He takes care of the finances.
So. Yeah, I know about that. We were me and Miss Boss Lady over here behind the scenes. We were just talking about behind every successful man is a woman pushing him behind him, making sure he's getting his together.
She is the backbone of the business.
That's amazing. And as a representative of the females in the industry that support their significant other or friend or anything, I applaud you, and I applaud you for acknowledging that she does do what she does, because we know anyways. But I'm glad you're giving her.
We know what's best.
Yes, I'm glad that this is you guys' first podcast and that you're able to set it on a good foot and be a team, because that's really, really important.
Yes.
So how did you guys? Okay, how long have you guys been in business, and how did you get started with this idea?
So we've been in business as of March 8th of 2024.
Newbies.
Very newbies, real short, and it's been exciting.
Mm-hmm.
The start of this idea came from an Instagram reel that I saw. Shout out to that person. His name is Saeed from TRK Kennels. Okay. He's a Rottweiler breeder.
Oh, nice.
And I saw him feeding his dogs some really extinguished dog treats. And it's a really hard market because it's not a lot of people who do it. And a lot of people who do it out here in Arizona. So you typically order your stuff online, and cost of shipping and all that's really expensive. Mm-hmm. And then I as well, I'm also a breeder for dogs, and buying dog treats is expensive. You go to the store and it's also scary because the ingredient list's over 100 ingredients. You don't know what you're feeding your dog. Mm-hmm. So that's the scary part. And I could say and buy my product. Mm-hmm. It's human grade. If I wanted to, or anybody really wanted to,
go ahead. Yours, Mike.
we could go ahead and eat one of these duck heads. But so that's how we started. Really small. Mm-hmm. And mainly my wife. She's all like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. You work so much with your dogs. You take care of them. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and try it out, and we did, and it's been taking off since then.
So far, so good. George Soto, I don't know if that's your brother.
Yeah, that's my brother.
He said, "Let's go." So you got some supporters on there. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, follow, comment, all that stuff. Give you a shout out.
Follow, like, and share.
So, and then what was it about the business that made you really get behind it instead of being like, no, sir, not gonna happen?
I think there was someone that made a comment, and we have a lot of dogs. Mm-hmm. We're very thorough with our dogs. We take very good care of them. And someone just told us if we were to ever get rid of a dog, we would bring him to you, because just how well we feed our dogs, how well we treat our dogs, I go take him and run him around our neighborhood, and there's always someone to say something about our dogs. Mm-hmm. And I have noticed, and the shift of like dog foods and trying to find what's best, and the dog treats. And I mean, there's a lot of dog treats that have like so many additives that are so bad for the dog, so bad for gut health, and like their teeth. And all those are so important, especially when you're showing off a dog. I mean, you're not gonna go and display something ugly. Like you're gonna hold your standard and hold it up high.
Yeah.
Or especially if you're a pet owner who just spend and I understand adopt dogs from shelters and understand that, but also if you also spend $3,000-4,000 on a dog, you don't want to spend expensive vet bills because you fed them the wrong stuff,
right?
Or gave them the wrong treat.
Yeah, wasn't there a little while ago? I mean, it could have been way longer than what I think it is, but where like dogs, food, like the recall on like food too, like food and treats, like they were killing dogs. Like I would be mortified. There's your friend that you mentioned.
Yes, yes, that's him.
He brought you up.
Yeah, he's the one who he's our number one person who really showed us all of this.
How'd you guys meet?
Same thing in a dog world.
Yeah. Hector Medina, 100%.
Yeah, another good friend of ours.
Nice. That's cool. So you met up. So you came up to the idea because you guys breed dogs and you're in the dog world and you want to do right by them, and then you linked up with him.
I saw he posted a reel because he's international. He's really well known, and I saw one of his reels, and I was just like, wow, that's interesting. I want to do my best part on giving not just my dogs, but why not everyone's? Right.
There you go. And then, so what is it about the duck head thing that tickles your fancy?
So
they are really fun.
I mean, there's lots of.
You can pick them up and show the camera to get a closer look. I don't know if you can zoom in. Probably not since we're not by the camera. But she's going to get up. Look at that shit. See, she's getting up out of her chair to show you guys. That's effort right there. There you go. It's a little delayed, so I don't know how it's going to look, but we'll find out. We don't see it. Cool. Yeah.
So there is lots of benefits out of the duck head, actually. Gut health, brain stimulations. Just there's so much to list.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing else added to it. It's just a simple duck head, dehydrated.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Wine.
Only one ingredient, and that's the product, and that's just raw meat.
And do you like pick and choose your duck heads, or like do you?
I mean, there's some ugly ones in
there's
here.
Really
Ooh,
we got to this one and then this one. It's like
that one was like he was alive when they roasted him, and he was fighting his last breath.
Right.
That's sad. Aw.
It is.
Oh my gosh. So that's crazy. That. So how do you like? Do you guys serve it like that when you guys do your events and stuff?
Yeah. So
how's that been going?
We haven't done an actual event just yet, or even become, a street vendor or to these farmer markets, just because there's lots of limits that has held us back, as in permits, as in our LLC and having certain things. We do have our food handler's card, obviously, just so people know that we don't just mess with the dirty stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's
but
really important.
We are on our process of getting our LLC and seeing what else we can get, permit wise to sell dog treats, because it's a really tight market and really kind of hard to get into, really FDA stuff like that.
See, that's really important to know, because I have not interacted really with anybody that's been like starting out making dog treats. Like I wouldn't even know if it would be like, I didn't even think it would be under foods and it's not human consumption, but you gotta think about it. You don't want animals to die either. You know what I mean? So it's like, it still needs to be good enough.
And that's why it's also, that's why there's that bunch of, it looks like a scientific form. That's why they have all these additives and all these other stuff, because once again, it's FDA regulated.
Right. So that's crazy. So obviously, like the LLC should be like regardless of what business you're in. That's standard. Same with like a TPT license and whatnot. Yeah. For those that you don't know, Google it. Arizona has great resources when it comes to like starting your business, as like before you actually have an idea. But once you get into a specific genre, like my food cart, or you guys with your food products for dogs, or people who have serve food, or when they make like, because I know there's a difference between like someone like me like does a food cart versus like the cottage type thing, and then like people that make like there's like those Mexican treats, so they just like bake in their own house. Like it's crazy how like depending on how much or what you provide will depend on like a $240 permit for the year, or like a $60 like no big deal type thing.
Exactly.
And it's kind of, you don't really know until you get into it, like because you just were excited about your idea and you're like, okay, cool, let's make it happen, and then the government's like, no, do it this way. But I mean, it's good, and obviously there's reasons for that. But it's good that you guys aren't just winging it and doing things like low key, because one, you can't be like a legitimate business, and if something does happen, God forbid, like you guys want to be like covered,
and we
have
are.
insurance.
We are. I want everybody to know we are insured. So
yes, and it's very important.
If anything were to happen, and we are covered, and we will cover the medical expenses via insurance.
See, and that's what's so important, guys. Like, don't skip out, because it's something that you're passionate about. Like, you don't want it to be taken away, especially because there's a lot of haters. I don't know if in the dog treat world, but like in the vendor world, there's a lot of haters, and there's people that will, even if you've done everything right, they will find something, or they'll make something up when there's nothing to find. Trust, I've gotten that experience so many times. It's not even freaking funny, and it's really sad, because when people don't have their own business, they have no clue how it is to have someone try to take your dream away. It's like, this is your baby.
And,
you know what I mean?
And I'm going to be honest, that literally happened on the very first day I started.
Are you serious?
Yes. I called up someone, and they were just like, don't do it. For what? Like, you're going to hurt some dogs, and you're going to run into issues or get a lawsuit. Just stick to doing something else.
Rude.
And I was like, that's what drives me. It drives me, because it's like, don't tell me no.
Right? Who are you? Like, be like, bye, Felicia. Like, where did that happen? If you don't mind me asking, like, without giving out too much, I guess, if you don't want to. But I'm just like thinking, like, what was the scenario that person felt that they could?
I don't know, honestly. I call them up because we had some, how do I say, business going on, and I guess they just may not be happy with what they.
You mean jealous?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's jealousy is just evil, guys. You gotta get over yourselves and like be happy for people. Like you don't understand. Like, especially I feel like I get good vibes from you guys. Like I know with me, like if people are nice to me, I'm nice to them. And like if they're doing something and they work like in the same field or whatever, I'm gonna help them out. Especially if I've been around. Like I want to help you succeed. Like your sis, my sis, everybody helps each other out. There's networking. So I don't understand why people want to just like tear somebody down, especially when they don't even know them and they have no basis for what they're like, talking crap about,
Right.
Especially if you guys are brand new. It's like, who are you to dash my dreams? You don't know me. Like, does it affect you that I'm setting up? Like, is it taking money out of your pocket? No, so leave me alone.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Everybody just needs to be nice to each other.
And there's like a lot of everybody's gonna know, what about this company that does the same thing, and they, they're really known already. Like, that doesn't matter. I want to support them if they support me. And there's this. I just met this couple has a 14-year-old daughter, also does dog treat business, and she's just starting off. Hey, I shouted them out. There's no need to be jealous about somebody else's company.
It's a kid too.
It's a kid.
Your friend says hi. Victor, what was it? Sorry, I'm gonna put that back up real quick.
I would recommend becoming an S corp instead of an LLC.
Yeah, I definitely would agree as well for that specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking into all of that. My dad has an S corp business, so he says it's a lot better.
Yeah, LLC is a little tricky. I just have mine, like one of my businesses, like a sole entrepreneurship thingy, and then obviously I have the business insurance, which just covers my butt no matter what. Like, because on my very first vending event, I had somebody that like I was dumb and like I wasn't prepared, and that's trials and tribulations, but I was convinced I knew the price of something, and so when I sold it, like I didn't realize the price in my head was what I paid for it. And I didn't realize that it was supposed to be a $300 item, and I sold it for $175. And the chick couldn't tell me, knowing it's like my first time, knowing like I'm totally like, a new, and I'm just nice and naive. Like she, instead of being like, come on now, because like that's like too much of a discount, whatever. And like being solid since she's been around in the industry and stuff like that, she literally was like, I want it, and like didn't say things. And I found out afterwards, and then not only did she get that price, didn't tell me, and got away with it. And then after I found out, then she has the nerve, because the little like atomizer thing burned out, to hit me back up wanting to like exchange it or whatever. And I was like, are you kidding me? Now that I know what I sold it to you for, you can buy like 15 freaking atomizers to fix it. Like, you're like, I'm freaking ask for you to give me that shit back, and I can refund you your money if you're going to complain about it. Like, are you serious? But it was just like, is this how it's going to be? Because I'm not ready for this. I'm too nice. I'm too sensitive. I'm like, but now 4 years into it,
I think
hardcore.
Something that has been a little bit of a learning curve, because I don't want to say it's a struggle, because we are still learning with it, is the pricing, is making sure that we're getting our dollar, making sure that we're giving the people an equal dollar. Like, but still making what the purpose of this is.
Right.
So it's,
And,
I mean,
and
we're
make it affordable too, not
Yeah.
just, make it where it is. I call it exotic. It is an exotic
Yeah,
treat.
I could agree with that word. Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not your typical treat.
Mhm.
But I also want to make it affordable where even somebody who doesn't have the correct amount or is not at the correct standards yet, or not even standards, just doesn't have enough to treat their dog well.
Mhm.
I want to make it affordable. I want to make sure everybody can enjoy seeing their dogs happy because they get them the correct item.
For sure. And that's awesome. And it's good that you're putting it out there because maybe people will be less inclined to be sabotagers and haters and stuff like that. They know that you have the customer in mind and you want what's best for their dog and them, and you're not trying to gouge them on pricing and stuff.
no.
Yeah, because that's what throws me off the most too, is especially being in one industry where I'm like selling items and stuff versus selling food. Like my experience is like everybody tries to gouge me when it comes to pricing, and I keep my I do pay still based off what I get, just because I'm competing with like real people in the industry that like have more funding than me, and I'm just like this little like one person thing, so obviously I can't compete with them on that level, so I try to base off of mine. And so but people still try to haggle me. I'm like, do you go to Walmart and tell them you want to pay $20 for something $75? No.
Exactly.
So why are you trying, like, this is my job, like, this is my livelihood, like you're taking food out of my mouth, bro, like for what? Like if you can't afford it, then don't buy it, like that's fine. You don't have to buy it, but don't make me go lower. However, I'm in the food industry, people are literally telling us to raise our prices, and we're just like, what? And it's like, doesn't matter what it is, and like we do sell cheap, but our stuff, it doesn't cost much for us to make. Exactly. So we have our consumers in mind, and we don't need to charge $20 if it really only costs us like $5. We can meet in the middle and charge 10, everybody's happy, but then it's just crazy. I'm like, oh, these people want us to raise prices and the other ones wanted to cut prices. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, this is not fair, and I did not know this was going to be like this. So it's just crazy. So everybody who wants to be a vendor, keep that in mind. You never know what you're going to experience. But anyways, going forward, so now that you've been for about a little over a month, about to be almost 2 months.
2 months, yes.
Yeah. So would you say that was probably like your worst experience, like with that person coming at you like that?
Just the first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
It was, well, actually, not just even that. My biggest challenge was trying to sell my product. It took me about 3 weeks to really finally say, wow, I'm actually taking off, because me and her on our time off, we work crazy hours. I mean, crazy hours. And even our times I worked tired and just completely tired and overwhelmed, we went door to doors. We went to pet parks. We did pop-ups. We did everything we can. Even I spent a little bit over $1,000 on product, giving it out to free to everyone I saw. Anybody with a dog, even anybody, I don't care who it was, I just gave it to them. And my biggest accomplishment, was there's a store called a Pitbull store. Shout out.
Nice marketing. Where's that at, by the way?
It's on 43rd Ave.
Okay.
And Buckeye, I think, around that area. They have 5 stores or 4 stores, if I'm not wrong. So we went up there. It was on a Tuesday, and we noticed that they also carry some extinguishingly exotic style treats, and their supplier couldn't seem to catch up with them selling. And my wife's like, hey, talk to the owner, ask them if they need a supplier. And I was like, no, I don't want to. I'm kind of scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to do it.
That's cute.
And I was about to walk out. I'm like, nah, you know what? Screw this. I'm not gonna even try it. And so then behind, it was almost like an ear pull. It felt like it felt like she was in my head.
We always are in
so I came back, and the gentleman there who was working, his name is Nate. Nate is all like, come back on a Monday or Tuesday. He'll be in the shop and bring some samples by and talk with him. I did. I mean, at that time it kind of sucked too, because we just paid rent, we just paid all these bills. I'm like, man, I don't have enough to buy product. But you know what? I'll use the last $100 that I got. Let's go for it. I did it. Made some samples. Brought it over on a Tuesday, and that's where I met Tal, the owner of the Pitbull store. And he's like, "This is some good shit, bro." I'm like, I like this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and sample it out. Man, he called me the next 3 days. Hey, let's go ahead and let's go move forward. Now I'm supplying. I thank God for it. All of his stores.
Oh wow!
So we're
Give
in
me a
that
round of applause.
market.
I don't know if you have that freaking thing, but do that.
40, it was 43rd and Bamboo.
Yeah. That's my friend
Yeah.
Drea. She actually has her own like I was saying, like that kind of like that it's called that cottage type thing. She she herself makes the most amazing cakes every single year. Ever since I've known her, she makes my birthday cake for me, and she knows I love cheesecake and like unicorn type stuff, and it's perfect every time. She's absolutely amazing, and she also has a business with her cousin where they do the Mexican treats and stuff.
Yeah, oh,
So
wow.
and she and they can be or not. And so I'm trying to be monetized, so I'm not trying to say stuff that's like bad. But anyways, no, it's fine. No, but like she kicks ass. Like, and she knows how it is. She does stuff at her home. She makes she's not like a little bit like I don't think she's registered for the cake thing. She just helps people out and like bakes and stuff like that. And everybody knows she's good. So I trust her with my life. Clearly, I'm not dead. I've eaten her cakes numerous times. And she's involved in school stuff and kids and everything. So like I trust her. If you keep your kids alive and you keep other kids, kids alive, they're good.
Yeah.
That's my only like standard. But yeah, no shit. So she's been through that because I actually had to help her out a little bit with getting that LLC and making it like a legit thing and whatnot. It can be for a 40 Third Van Buren and it's called the Pipple store. Okay.
Yes,
that's awesome. That's the thing. Getting this is like you put your last bit of money into it and how you had to give stuff for free and everything. That's what I figured out too. Like the more I was able to like find like promo products that I could afford in my budget, like I literally had people waiting in line to spin a little reel to get a sticker, a pin, and like a dab mat, and like literally a long ass line. And like they wanted, and all they had to do was follow me. Like it was everything, but like it didn't cost them any money, and they were willing to stand that long ass line in the middle of summer to get free shit.
Awesome.
And I got like 50 followers an hour type thing when I started off. And it's like that anything counts, you know what I mean? And it's worth the investment to like do stuff, whether you make it yourself, like print it, like I don't know, at Kinko's or your house or whatever. That's how I started. It really is important. Always have your business cards. I don't know if you guys have business cards.
Yes.
I saw your digital one.
Yeah.
It's really important to just market yourself correctly. Don't be afraid to talk to people and like network. Like how you went with people that had things in common with you, like the Pitbull thing and the dog stuff. And Phil Kane says, "Congrats to you guys. Proud of you, dog. DAWG." Is that okay? So tell me how you came. I mean, not that it's like not that hard, but like to figure it out. But how did you guys come up with the name?
So we're just thinking about like, my kennel's name is Heavy V Kennels.
Okay.
We're like, okay, Heavy V Treats. Heavy because I'm a bigger person, and V for my name.
Fluffy.
And
air high fives are going on back here with my community.
I'm just thinking. I'm like, okay, well, it's raw meat, and for dogs, not just for dogs, by the way. Cats too. Cats love them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to know.
And raw dog. Okay, I'm like raw dogs. And my wife has just started laughing. She's like, "No, we're not doing that." I'm like, "No." I'm like, as in the name for the treat, whole new definition for raw dogs. So.
That's hilarious, dude. And stuff like that, things that stick out in people's minds make you unique. Like it doesn't matter how many people are selling dog treats because not everybody's has that little window. You know what I mean? So it gets people to remember you and pick you over like maybe the people that have been more established and
the boring names.
Exactly, the boring like basic ass names or like the same names as everybody else with like spelled different type crap. Which people, come on, we know what you're doing. Think something else. You fluffy mofo, I'll still wrap my arms around you, doggy dog. I feel like someone has a crush on somebody.
That's my best. That's one of my best friends.
Oh, I knew it. I could sense those bestie vibes because if you don't act really good with your best friend, are you guys really best friends?
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Sometimes it's concerning, but I'm like, okay.
Shoot. I'm sometimes like, bro, if you want to leave me for a man, that's on you. But like, at least as long as it's not a freaking female, because then we're gonna have problems. If it's dude,
it's 2024. We gotta get over all that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no problem. Raw Dogs is why I got 7 kids. Fool. Mike, I'm like, I see you're 7. I raise you this many. Man, these fluffy boys, they know how to get it in. Apparently,
Raw Dogs is why I got 7 dogs.
That's hilarious. Now I kind of want a puppy. I'm like, I want a puppy, but I never I'll be the one to admit it that like I was like falling into that stereotype of like pit bulls because I never knew anybody that had like a pit bull that wasn't like that, you know, or like had the clipped, you know, ears, and just like had a vibe to them. And I was like, ugh, because I didn't know anything different. So I'm like, not that I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna like walk across the street when I see one. Like I wasn't that extreme, but like it wasn't something that I was considering and stuff. Like when and I always felt bad because there's so many at like the dog pound and everything like that. And like, well, what's wrong with them that like all these people are breeding them? I think that's a good thing.
It's just not even, you know, the breeder's fault. It's sometimes it is. I'm not gonna lie. You got your unethical breeder and you got your, you know, ethical breeder. But then again, it's just like, how do I say it? Like it's the owner who buys the dog doesn't probably take care for it, or doesn't take in consideration where do they live and do they have enough.
You're distracting him for Kenny. Mr. Two first names.
And like it's just like they don't have.
Sorry, we're distracting you. I apologize. Go ahead.
Like they don't take into consideration where they live. Do they have money to take care of the dog? If it runs into an accident, does it have health issues? And then you buy from an ethical breeder. You know, quality dog. You're gonna worry about having hips and elbow problems or breathing problems or organ issues. And that's why sometimes you see a lot of these dogs in the shelters because once again, an unethical breed.
Yeah, and a lot of them are like the bait dogs and like the fighting dogs. Because that's like I'm a lot of
there's a lot of that going on, and unfortunately, it ruins the name and the face of a breeder.
Yep, but luckily TikTok has changed that, and then the experience I've had with probably the most like docile pit bull you could ever imagine in your life, like literally. She got attacked by a pug dog at the park, and she literally thought she was like, she acted as if she was gonna die. Like she had her tail between her, she ran out, and she's buff. Like she is a buff chick, and she like if you just saw her from a distance, you would think you would low-key kind of be like, I don't know, but she's a freaking like a weenie dog. And then when that dog went like chase after her, like aggressively, like I got pissed. Like I was about to go crazy right now. Like I'm like, do not hurt my baby, because like she was like, looking at me like, Mom, and I was like, I'll save you. And I was like, oh shit, I was ready to throw that freaking dog in the damn pond. Like little dogs are the worst. And so and like she's like literally I literally got her registered as my emotional support animal. She's not even a pet. She's she's like my person. She gets me. I've never felt so loved in my life. She is. Oh my god. And like I always love pit bull's eyes, like because they look so real. Like
real
person. What? I call her a house hippo, but whatever you guys are into. But yeah, like ever since and then now I'm seeing more of a positive vibe on like TikTok and stuff with like the house hippo thing and like and, like tell me you have a pity without telling me you have a pity, and then like how they love blankets and they like will always want to snuggle with you and they're like super like attached and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like the best freaking dog ever. And now I am not really experienced with big dogs other than I had German Shepherds and stuff. That's it. That's the biggest dog I've ever had in my entire life, and I had it when he was a baby, so it's like different than when you were rescuing one. But yeah, no, it made me love big dogs for the rest of my life. So
we have 7 Rottweilers, so they're German, so they're big babies. And they're the funniest thing. Like we go take some of our dogs, well, all of them, but we cycle through like the Tempe Town Lake, or we take them to Walmart and just walk around, and people sorry, it's okay. And people like always go out and around, and that dog's gonna bite me, and I just laugh so hard because I'm like, this dog will literally not even bite.
He'll lick you to death, maybe.
Just like the other night, saving our 110-pound dog. We're walking down Tempe Town Lake, and 5-pound Chihuahua is going crazy looking at my dog, barking at it, and my dog is just like, leave me alone.
Yeah, right. They never want to really fight.
No.
We got some comments from the Peanut Gallery. Who wants to know how many times did you make the treats before you perfected it, and how did the tester feel?
Ooh, I have wasted a lot of money, and my electric bill went up. It took me about, I'd say, a good 2 to 3 weeks before I said, you know what, March 8th is going to be the day I'm going to open up.
Really? Yeah, like you were set no matter what?
Yeah. I had a mindset, I'm going to do March 8th. I'm going to go ahead and pursue it. Let's go for it. But when I dedicate myself to something, I study. I'm not a school person. I'm not, an correct educational person, but when I dedicate myself to something, I will study and learn and watch videos up and down all day as I can on my downtime.
That's awesome. That's good that you aren't just gonna go at it.
I'm not gonna, like I said, it's a human grade product that you can feed your dog.
Healthy is ranch rat? What does that mean?
Oh, that's one of our friends that gave us one of our top Rotties that we got. So he came from his ranch.
That's the dog I was talking
I was
about.
like, what language is that? I don't understand that wording. Like, I need a translator. So I thought of like rot, like as in rotting together. Like as in it's rotting. I was like, it does not look like it's rotting. Say that. That's the first thing I thought. Not Rottweiler. Clearly, I'm not on the level, but and I appreciate it because I haven't had anybody that deals with animals yet. I've been dealing with a lot of musicians, which has been very interesting for sure. But there's a lot of people that have connections and they're rappers. Maybe you have some of your guys' dogs in their music videos.
Oh, that'd be really
that'd
cool.
Be so cool.
Yeah, one of our friends, his name is Keon, from Keon Proctor Rottweilers. He actually sold one of his puppies to Jelly Roll.
Yep. There's a whole YouTube video.
No way! Yes. Oh my god, I love it.
I was like, I want that to be my Roddy.
It's an inspiration. Like I said, there's never, for me, I'm never gonna have hate on my competition. It's always gonna be love. As long as love is shown to me, I'm gonna show love back.
Amen. And that's how you should be. Learn. Listen, I'm freaking clip that. Like I'm going on TikTok. People were saying clip that. That is how we need to be. People feel if you're not in the business yet, you're in the industry. Be like them. They're a good example of the trials and tribulations, and it's only been 2 months. And they've experienced hate. They've experienced freaking being on their last dime and having to invest in their business because that's what they're passionate about. Yeah. They know that it's important to do things legally, to not half-ass it, especially when you're dealing with consumption of either animal or people. It doesn't matter because if something, God forbid, were to happen because you wanted to cut corners, because you were trying to, just get it out there and rush and didn't research, you could get someone really sick. And then you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life if something serious happens, and it's not worth it. So just take the time, take the effort, and I promise you it will be worth it because you don't want someone to take your baby. And it is your baby when you have a business.
It is.
I think something that will always make me smile, and one of the challenges, I guess, is that we're still trying to figure out, but there's natural grease that comes out. So, I mean, I work in a foster group home, so I'm working 14 hours a day. My husband will call me, hey, are you ready to polish some chicken feet? And I'm like, are you?
Is that pickup line?
No, I don't want to come home.
That's the last thing I want to do.
I mean, even the duck heads, we have to sit there and polish. And I'm telling him, what is there?
It's not really polishing. It's removing all the moisture from the duck heads or the product that we have because moisture creates bacteria. On dehydrated foods. And that's what we try to prevent. We don't want our product to go bad. And I did see a question, it wasn't popped up on there, but on our Instagram saying, what's the shelf life of your product?
Good question.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I've experienced some of our product go up to even a month, and some of it go even about to 3 weeks. Why do I say that? It's because, once again, it's a homemade product. It's not commercial. It doesn't have that additive in it
to make it last.
So you can either use it as a treat or as a food topper as well.
And how's that work? You just put it in their bowl?
You just throw it on top of the food. There's some people who raw feed their dogs. If you don't want to raw feed your dog, go ahead and throw on one of the treats on there.
And then, so there's nothing in the duck's head that's because how dogs, they can have certain bones and not the other ones because they splinter. How do you know to pick that one?
That's the funny part. People worry about all these bones. It's because it's cooked. When you cook a bone, it makes it a lot harder, like wood, and it'll splinter. Once it breaks, it splinters off, and then it go into your, the teeth and stomach and intestines. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
When you dehydrate something like this, it's crunchy. It's crispy.
Like a chicken wing.
Yes. That's what it's real crispy. That'll disintegrate in their mouth.
We just started doing mackerel. So, and it's whole mackerel.
That's a fish. I'm like, I know what that is.
And one of our customers was like, oh, what about the fish bones? And it's just like that. You dehydrate enough and it's nothing. It just dissolves.
It's like cotton candy. It'll melt in its mouth. Yeah.
You should make that a slogan for your marketing.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's a good idea. Anytime you say stuff like that and can gimmick something that maybe people might be sketchy about it. Well, that and they're a little sketch about it. You can word it like that, and then they feel more comfortable because like who's scared of cotton candy? You know what I mean?
Right.
So kind of like will ease into that. Like I know when I could with my my partner's like food business, like it has a prison theme, and people judge people that've been to prison and stuff like that. So because we're selling food, they're like, oh, I don't want prison food because they automatically think it's disgusting. It's like
not.
poisonous or old or whatever. So they get like, I want to try that. But then I came up with it's food so good it should be illegal.
I like that.
And I have that on our A-frame, and so that like people walk by and they'll see that and they'll literally stop because of that A-frame, not having no clue what's like we're selling or anything. They just know that like they saw that, and then what's that? I want a bite. Oh my god, that's
Go ahead and bite it, babe.
do it. Oh, real life testing, do it. You gotta back up your product. She's putting you on the spot.
Ooh.
So if he can do it, you don't even do it. That's awesome. You gotta believe in it. Oh my god! But did you guys hear that crunch though? Wow, that's A for effort. That was amazing. See what you gotta do for your business, like when you believe in something.
It's not bad, but
Don't eat more of it.
I mean, it tastes like
You prove your point. You're good.
it tastes like chicharrones. I'm gonna be honest.
It sounded like that.
But
That's awesome.
It's I mean, if you want
Oh, wow,
to
it's
show up to the
crazy.
camera,
Yeah,
it's
good.
completely
I was gonna touch it, but no.
it's completely dehydrated, even on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I when I go by my product.
Yeah, obviously.
It, you know?
I applaud you. I don't know if I would have done that.
Yeah, me either.
Classic Vibe Radio. Not sure if this was asked. How much research and what type of license or permits did you have to get to make these treats? God bless. Yeah, we talked about that. Touch on it
So,
a little bit, but go ahead.
I have not have my LLC yet, as mentioned. Permit wise, all I have is my food handler's card, $15. She has as well, so total $30. But that's really it. That's all I have. And it's being honest, the stores that I supply out here in Arizona and out in California, I supply about 15 stores out there now as well. So it's just like they know it's a homemade product and my food handler's card.
Daryl, he's another
It's
production manager.
a duck head.
It's a duck head, homie. If you were here, which I don't know why you're not, you'd be able to see it in person. You're missing out. Quit feeding your dog. You spelled your dog. Your dog's wait, no, you didn't. Just kidding. Your slop. Wait, quit feeding your dog slop. Wait, go back.
Slop.
I think he meant to put slob.
Slop. What is that?
Like
Like crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then what happened? Who's feeding their dog slop?
no, I mean he
I think he
said
was trying to come up with this.
Did somebody else do it? Because
Quit feeding your dog slop when you can raw dog them to heaven.
Oh my god.
As a treat or even a topper, turn their bowls into a gourmet dish. They are family, so treat them that way.
There you go.
Thanks, Phil.
there we go. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you for your marketing stuff, even though I was having a real hard time trying to freaking read, apparently. Oh my god, I just did not get that dog activity. Dog treats. Yes, they are dog treats. Good job. Dang, I'm late. Yeah, a little bit, sir. Just a little bit. But that's crazy. So, okay, since you are selling to stores, how does that work? Obviously, if they're willing, if they're like a store and they like are all licensed and stuff like that, like, what do they tell you anything like that? It's okay for them to do it, and like they're protected, like your products are protected under their stuff. So, what is it that, like, what do they have to do, or what do they have, or like, why is it protected? Just because they're selling it, so now it's under their name instead of yours.
Their product, yes.
Okay, so that's a good way to get out of it.
Once I have my my whole thing situated, fully organized. My product is gonna not label because they do sell it individually and not in baggies.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. I'm like, how do you sell that? Do you just literally pop it up on the
We just
board?
take
They
big,
have
like,
stands.
Okay.
So like jerky, like you know how like a jerky, you go to the gas station, you have those pick your jerky in a bag kind of
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
Just like that.
Wow. How can we get some of your products out here in Coachella Valley? Oh, you do sell in California, don't you?
Yes, we do.
We go to California. Actually,
So
a lot,
you could right now. I'm working on a big order actually for the top pet store out in Oceanside. They're about to receive a big order from us next week. But if you have a store, either a pet store, pet salon, or even a feed store, you can reach out to us and we do wholesale orders for stores or even for personal use.
Oh, there you guys have it. And then I know I'm going to put it in the description, but real quick, since you said that, can you shout out your handles for Facebook and Instagram real quick? So people
You can follow us on Instagram at Raw Dawgs Treats. and Raw Dawgs on Facebook.
Nice and simple there. And then, do you guys like deal with you prefer DMs or do you guys have email just as well?
Yeah, you could shoot us a message on Facebook or a DM, and my phone number is on there as well for a straight text message for a faster reply.
There you go. See, get customized service. That's what you deal with small business owners because they're there and they will wake up and clearly they will eat their food on live TV right now just to prove a point, just to sell. And that's what you got to do. You got to be committed. A plus, A forever. It was awesome that she suggested it, and we didn't think you were gonna do it, but you rose to the challenge. So good job. Always listen to your wives, guys. Just saying.
Yes.
Because shoot, I know if I was in the I had a dog that would eat that. I don't know if she would, but she might. She doesn't eat anything. She'll literally, I'll give her a little taco, and she'll pick out the lettuce. That's how anti like lettuce or anything that she doesn't want. She'll literally eat around it. I'm like, how do you? You're a dog. How can you tell between a soggy piece of lettuce and tortilla and meat and stuff like that? How are you that good? What in the hell? Yeah. But no, she's like, no, she'll eat almost anything. She'll eat like hot Cheetos, but not lettuce.
That's funny.
I'm just like, what is wrong with you, dog? So I think she'd probably be scared of that thing and think it's like a creature, but I'd still try to make it.
You
That's
should.
dope.
I never try it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
They're fun.
They are pretty cool.
Very hesitant. We have some picky dogs, and
some of our dogs would eat it. Some of our dogs won't.
See, that's the fairness. And do you if you? I know you guys haven't done official events and stuff like that, but
we do have one coming up.
What is it?
It is. Let me pull it up. It's in Mesa, actually.
Oh, nice.
Where she's at. That's our first event that actually approved us without the correct licensing compared to no shame on Gilbert or any other ones, but it's called the Ronin Market at Milltown Center.
I have not heard of that one.
So it's an upcoming, kind of farmers market.
Do you guys have it on the flyer on your social media?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Follow their social media and
so
find out what event
we'll repost the flyer later on tonight or tomorrow morning, so you guys can come out and support. And if you I'm gonna put it like this: if you guys mention they saw us and saw it on here, and you buy from us at the marketplace, I'll discount $5 off a $15 order.
I'm gonna put that in the description too. Be like promo code freaking Vendor Vision Podcast.
Vendor Vision Podcast.
Yeah. So if you do that, you can see that's what's up. Even though it's his hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears, both it all, and your effort and everything after working your ass off with the foster kids. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yes. Oh my god, did I get that right or did I make that up? Okay. Then they're literally willing to discount for you guys. So that's awesome. So you should just buy something just because of that. Just saying. I think you guys are amazing, and I think you're so unique, and I think that people should just buy your shit no matter what, even if they just want to try it out as a challenge. That could be a challenge.
Funny.
The Raw Dog Challenge.
Yes. Oh my god.
I don't
freaking
know.
Hashtag that shit. Freaking trademark that shit.
Raw dog as in the tree, not raw dog.
Yeah, don't raw dog that tree. That's gross. And I feel like it's animal cruelty even though they're dead. So still, they have eye sockets, people, and it looks like it's looking at me. So I feel like you've got to respect it.
Oh.
Boss man says, how much are they?
Ooh, okay. Let me pull up my list.
At the event, they're $5 cheaper. So
it is. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
That's what we asked for. $5 holla for your shot holla. This guy's on a roll.
He is so funny.
Oh, man. Now we know you guys are besties. See, besties promote the shit out of you. They should be if they're your bestie, not friendly. I know it's split screen right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, look how cute. Little marketing thing. I love it. What's that thing on the side?
Chicken
it's supposed
feet.
To be chicken
okay.
feet. That's what AI generated.
Oh my! It looks like a hand.
It does kind of look like a hand.
But I got bad eyeballs. Yeah, that's
a lot of our chicken feet come out throwing up the gang signs. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Gangster chicken feet.
Yeah, the owner of the pit bull store, he's like, "Yo, man, what's up with the West Side thing?" I'm like, I guess I got some West Coast chickens over here.
There's nothing like that. I'm from California, okay, guys?
Hey,
okay.
We are too. Shout out to Victorville in the high desert.
I'm from San Fernando Valley.
Oh,
this is a...
Oh,
shit!
Oh, that's funny.
Fluffy's from Victorville. What's up?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
He didn't read through it, but people are up. Duckhead 3. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, so the where is that? So the Duckhead is $3.75.
I thought it was gonna be like $15, and that was
no,
$3.75. Dude,
yeah,
that's budget friendly. If anybody ever tries to freaking say to lower your prices, you tell them suck it.
Yeah,
because that's just rude. Because I would totally thought there would be at least $10.
No.
That's amazing. And so how long does it take to make one? From start to finish?
Start to finish. If I get it frozen, it takes about a week.
Oh my, it takes a week?
Yes.
And you only come for 375?
It's slow
Yes.
and
I want
slow
to,
and
yeah.
slow.
I care for my customers. I want to make sure the product before it goes to your dog's bowl is completely dehydrated. I don't want no bacteria. I don't want none of that stuff on there. So if it's already defrosted, it takes about 2 days, 48 hours.
Mm-mm. This is a free show. I'm not going to be doing that crazy shit. I believe in their products. That's why I'm supporting them. I will not eat that. I do not want to gag on live TV. Like, no, I'm not. That's not cute. That's not a good look for me. Because they will make a reel out of it or like some kind of gif, and I'm not about that life. Yeah, and he did a great job. I don't need to freaking try to outdo him. He did a great job. He wins.
I guess I had some duck head.
And I don't want to gag because I don't want to think that people think it was bad because
It's raw dog.
and I'm not about that life. Sorry. I mean, I don't got kids. Sorry guys. Sorry. So those stickers are pretty dope too. The little stickers that are on the price.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Do you guys have like stuff that you guys?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
It's hard to find somebody who can actually give us quality for the correct price.
No, you want to pay me? Send a freaking sponsor this podcast, and I will do it for you. Follow Vendor Fisher Podcast. They're the whole sponsorship pack is on there, and I'll do it. If you do it and pay tonight while we're still live, I will freaking do it. Boom. So my boss man's watching stuff. So if you do it, I'll do it. But if you don't, I ain't going to do it. Sorry. Yeah, they're crazy. I'm trying to promote their business. I'm making myself look like a fool.
We can put some tapatio and lemon on it.
That's tempting, actually. Like, how'd you know I tapatio? Is that obvious? Enrique.
Yeah,
So, yes,
that's
right.
my father-in-law.
Oh, nice.
My
I'm
bad.
glad your family's on supporting. Make sure you like the podcast and share and tell all your friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we can make it a wider range. Is he still in California?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's in California. My whole family's out from California.
We
Just
moved
me.
out here, just me and him, 3 years ago.
Nice. I've been out here for 4 years by myself. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. California. Woo.
It was the best move ever.
Right? Yeah. Yep.
Scary,
Yep.
but yes.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy. But, I mean, low-key, though, it's better than California. Like,
Yes.
right?
100%.
See, that's why Californians come here.
I
Okay, so
just-
just love us and accept us, damn it.
We just went there 2 weeks ago.
Last weekend.
Last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And a freaking corn, like a mesquite and some chicharrones,
Mhm.
$18.
What? Rude. You say, I'm going back to Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, I ain't gonna do it.
Mike, I'll pay the sponsor fee if it is she bites one right now. He has to show me the money. Show me the money. Bring it back 90s style. Show me the money, honey. I will. He put a Zell up. So Zell that shit. And if he says it's confirmed, I'm not. Okay, you never said swallow. The deal's already done. You said I gotta bite it. I will bite it. You did not say swallow. I am not gonna freaking swallow that shit because that was not part of the deal. You said bite it. I will bite it. You did not say anything else. So sorry, you weren't specific. No, I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, great. Now I got to freaking do this shit. Because I am a woman and my word as business owners, we have to be like that. So don't go back on your shit as a human being, as a business owner. Be freaking true to yourself because it's going to make yourself look bad. And then people aren't going to respect your shit and they're not going to buy your shit. Just my 2 cents because I feel very passionate about people that tell the truth and put effort into the product. Great discussion. Thanks. Stamp of approval. Oh my God, I'm excited. This is like, you're in the right place. Business mindset. Thanks, Hector Medina. I know so many Medinas, it's not even funny.
Yeah,
Is
they're
he
all
part
over
of
the
the
place.
I was thinking Canada. Sorry. Well, yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, Medina out here in Arizona. I don't know. Is he in Arizona?
Arizona.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. Yeah, all the Medinas I know are from Arizona. There's Medina, De La Rosa, and what's the other like huge group out here? I can't remember. I don't know. But just being out here for 4 years, I'm like, dang, there's like a whole like thing. I'm trying to think if California has like a family name that is
Fernandez.
That's a that's
And
what's up.
Chavez.
Yep.
Those are very common.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Yep. I know all them. All my life.
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, it was crazy. I'm just like, wow, everybody knows everybody. And I'll meet somebody with the same last name. I'm like, are you guys related to this? They're like, oh, yeah, that's my second cousin, third removed, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh, Lord Jesus. He didn't pay. Okay, wait. Oh, by the way, this deal expires at 9:00 when the podcast is over, which is 10 minutes. So if you don't pay in 10 minutes, I'm not buying it. And if you send it and it's already over, sorry, you're not going to see it. Not my problem. Just be faster. No refund. Oh, I was going to ask about that. So let's say at one of these events that you're going to be working at and you're like we're like, let's say, okay, let's all perfect scenario. You guys have your LLC or whatever kind of business structure you guys want. You guys have your insurance. You paid your vendor fee, everything else, and you're marketing your stuff to people who have never mentioned you guys. Let's say they have their dog there, and like, let's say, like, I don't know, some freak thing happened. I don't know what. Maybe the dog was sick anyways, and then all of a sudden, like, they eat your stuff, and then they like, I don't know, spaz out or whatever. What would you guys do in that situation to like save face at that moment? Would you just be like, hey, freaking no takebacks, no refunds, deal with it? Or
so
would
if
you
a dog does get sick off our product, I would like to see first the medical report.
Okay.
I want the doctor to say, hey, you know what? We got to, and I hope it will never happen if a dog passes away or something because of it. I want to see the biopsy report. If the biopsy report comes back, hey, he got because the dog can have salmonella or something. Okay, you know what? I cover the expenses and you don't worry about it. But if you're going to come back to me because your dog doesn't like it and then you're going to tell me it's sick and you can't back off of that, I'm sorry. There's nothing I could do there.
Right. You got to have proof. Just like you take it to the store, you got to have your receipt. And it's got to be like within 30 days, something like there's standards for people, especially when you're a small business owner.
And then again, if the product does go bad, say in a day or two, give me a call. I'm willing to replace the product for you.
That's because you never know. Things happen all the time. I know,
happen,
like when I've shipped things like that are like glass products to people, like it was fine when I got it. When I sent it, I had it wrapped and everything. But sometimes you never know. And I put fragile sticker literally all over. Yeah. But sometimes it just was like a little hairline crack that I didn't get to see, and it just took a little bit of a nick. And if they show me proof that like as they open up the box and it's like literally sitting in the wrap job that I know I did because I packed every single one of my products. And it's just like that, and it's literally like they open the box and it's just like that, and they took that picture. Guarantee goddamn tea, I will refund you. But if it's anything other than that, and it's like, or a week later or anything, and you have no proof whatsoever, you're just telling, I see that it's got delivered, I see that's been a week, or if anything, one chick tried to freaking come at me after she posted a video on YouTube of her unboxing, reviewed everything, and then 2 weeks later or something like that, try to like return it or like say something was wrong with it, and I was like, ha, see. Yeah, buddy. Finally, the freaking gods are looking after me for once. If you would have done this about 3 weeks ago, trust and believe you would have freaking gotten your result just fine with the way my luck was going. And I can quote that shit. So yeah, yes, thank God. Even though I love your, Moses, the hell? Oh my God, this guy lies. Who is that? Who's talking? Is that you? Oh, I get it now. Oh, thank God. Okay. See? Why? What? As soon as you have money, then these mofos, it's like, I feel like an H word, like a lady all night. It's like, show me money and then we'll talk and we'll negotiate. Or like, are you a cop? No, I'm not a cop. Well,
$20 is $20.
Hey, I'm just saying. That's why I would not swallow. See, that's why I'm not swallowing. Gotta pay money for that shit. Thank God your cell's not working. But anyway, so I was like really scared about it. However, I'm glad that you did it because it's your business, and if you back it up, then that's all that matters. And if dogs eat it, and if what the hell, if you serve it to your dogs and you guys are breeders, you know what's what, and you don't, you'll lose money if you kill one of your dogs. I don't think that's what you want to do. So, you support yourself. Like I eat my own food on the food cart. Like I do that. I use my own products and everything. So I get it. But now, okay, we're about 6 minutes left. Let me check my script to make sure I, covered everything because I really want you guys to succeed. I wish you guys all the best. You guys deserve it. You guys are an awesome couple. Super happy. Reminds me of them too. Everybody's like good vibes. See, people, you can work together. I'm sure it's not perfect all the time, obviously, because hello, what relationship is it? However, you guys support each other. There was no the little stuff that people do, like that little thing where you can tell there's like hidden resentment and stuff like that. And it's like, why are we doing this if you're gonna be like, not even one little ounce of that? And I think that's so awesome. And like goes to show that you can be in a committed relationship and be in business together and we still respect each other. It's not gonna be perfect, but you can still act right and believe in each other and do right by each other, especially in your own life.
And even for small business owners, it doesn't matter how many times you got to start over. I want people to know that. It's okay to start over again from nothing. Right.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to. We got these trials and tribulations. Not everything works out right away. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer. And sometimes you've been marketing something for so long and it just takes one person. Like a lot of things with us, like for instance, a foodie influencer just happened to review it one time. Even though we'd been on the news, we had like a podcast, all this other stuff. We did some promo, but it just took one foodie of all the foodies to get 175,000 views, get 20,000 followers a day. Like it just takes one, you know. So it says, "What an awesome show! Now I want a duck head for my doggies." Well, maybe we can make it work sometime. If you go to the show on Mesa and you get $5 off. Oh shit! Oh, our first purchase right here, right now. See, somebody's got to put money where their mouth is. Just saying, and I didn't have to put my mouth on nothing. Everything's good. So I appreciate you guys. Again, we'll put you guys' handles and all that fun stuff in the description of the video. It's gonna be on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's gonna be on Instagram. I appreciate you guys for promoting my stuff and being all into it. I really it helps me out.
I love watching the podcast on Mondays. It's something gets us to do.
Yay! And see, Mondays don't have to suck. They have to be
that's the best part. Yeah, I get to watch it before I go to work.
Yay! Awesome. See, help each other out. Like they're not in the podcast business. They got nothing to lose by promoting me. I helped them out. They helped me out. Everybody's happy. See, everything's good. So, anyways, now we'll wrap that up. Thank you guys again. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, buy their stuff, go to their event. We'll share their flyer. And we will see you guys next week. If you want to be on the show, hit us up. Bye.
Bye.